morning, guys. Welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. So it's actually not really morning, it's more like afternoon, but we are downstairs making breakfast and we were literally like about to start, and I was like, you know what, we should vlog our breakfast. So here we are. I'm gonna be showing y'all how we make the most delicious bomb avocado toast you probably ever had in your life. I actually put the hug, say good morning to the people.
Good morning to the people.
I put him onto the avocado toast, and I saw a recipe, but you know, some of the recipes online, they be a little bland. So I added my own little seasonings and spices and my own little thing to it, and it's so good. I've made it so many times now at this point. I feel like I perfected the recipe, and PJ has also helped me with like the flavors and stuff like that. So we feel like we have a pretty good flavor palette. Is that the right word? The right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a pretty good group of seasonings for a really flavorful but still healthy, good for you avocado toast. So we got the hubs over here on the bacon. Getting the bacon together. We got our bread right here. This is the Nature's Own perfectly crafted thick sliced brioche style bread. You don't necessarily have to use this bread in particular, but I do recommend a thick slice or Texas toast style bread. So this is the one that we're using today. And then for the other items, we have our avocado, tomato. I'll probably only use half of a tomato, so you need one for 2 people. This is enough for 2 people. So you need 1 whole avocado, half a tomato. I'm gonna cut up a little bit of onion, which we have here, egg, and then I'm also gonna get a few seasonings. So I like to use lemon pepper, black pepper, everything but the bagel seasoning. And is that it? Oh, garlic powder. All right, so first order of business, we're gonna wash our hands because coronavirus. And just because anytime you cook, you should wash your hands. Right, Bubba?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick and dry them off. And then the first thing we're gonna do is cut the avocado. Okay, so this knife is the one that I like to use. It's actually dirty, so I'm just gonna wash it real quick and then I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, so y'all won't be able to see my face for a second because I want y'all to be able to see what I'm actually doing. Also, one other ingredient that I forgot to mention is feta cheese. This is the one that we like to use. If it will focus. There we go. So this is the cheese that we like to use. So that's one other thing that you'll need. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut my avocado. And if you don't know how to tell if your avocado is ready, when you squeeze it, it should be a little soft. Not too soft, but it should be just a little bit like soft when you squeeze it. And also if it has the, I don't know what this is called. What's this called, Boo Boo? The part that's right here. That's normally right here.
I don't know the rind.
Well, normally there's a piece,
Stem.
Yeah, I guess the stem that sticks up right here. If that's still on there, if you can pop it off easily, then that also means it's ready. So I'm basically just going to take my knife and cut it all the way around, carefully, of course, all the way around. And then I'm just gonna twist it and open it up like that. Now mine is a little bit, it's got a little bit of brown in there, but we'll take that out. And then I like to have a fork and a spoon on standby. And I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop this out just so, you know, it's out of the way. And then what I'm gonna do is just cut, let me turn so y'all can see. I'm just gonna cut going this direction and then also cut going this direction. This just makes it easier to scoop the avocado out of the skin. Then I'm gonna bring my bowl over here and just scoop it right out. And if your avocado has a little bit of brown in it, like that's fine. You just don't want it to be super, super brown. But it just probably means that mine is ever so slightly overripe. And then to take out the seed, I'm just gonna stick my knife in it and twist it, and it just pops right out. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna cut, I guess these will be vertical lines, and then turn it and cut the opposite direction, like so. And then we're gonna scoop it out. Okay, so while I'm working on that, we got Boo Boo over here getting the bread ready. We're using this, I've showed y'all this before, avocado oil. It's not focusing, but avocado oil. You can go ahead, Boo Boo. Plant-based butter, and he's just spreading it on there and then toasting it on the stove. Finished our bacon. All right, so while he's getting that together, I'm going to go ahead and start on our tomato. So I'm just gonna cut, I think, I'm just gonna cut it in half. And you kind of just have to eyeball it, and like obviously if you like more tomato, you can add more tomato. If you don't really like a lot of tomato, you can add less. It's up to you. But I'm just gonna slice this. So I actually like a little bit more tomato than that, so I'm gonna cut up a little bit more. Okay, and you don't have to cut it up super small, or you can if you want to. I prefer mine a little bit more chunky, so this is what it looks like, the size. So I'm gonna go ahead, well actually before I scoop that in there, I'm gonna go in with my fork and I'm just gonna mash my avocado up. Again, like I said, I like mine more chunky, so I'm not gonna make it like super smooth, but I'm just gonna kind of mash it up a little bit like that. All right, then we're gonna put the tomato in. Boom. We're gonna wipe our board off a little bit because you know tomatoes be a little juicy. And then now we're gonna cut up a little bit of onion. I like onion, but obviously I'm making this for me and my husband, so I'm not gonna OD on the onion. It's funny because I used to not like onion, and now I love onion. I used to also not eat tomato. So, just a lot of things, I guess, you grow up. Huh?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I feel a lot of things that I changed.
A lot of things that he changed, he says. That's probably true because he really likes to cook. I cook out of necessity and he cooks out of enjoyment. So, there's probably some truth to that. Just eating more of things that, you know, I wouldn't normally eat. I've grown to enjoy them more. All right. So you can kind of cut this up a little bit more, but it doesn't have to be super fine. Again, you kind of want it to be a little bit chunky, but you don't want any one flavor to overpower the other flavors. So, you know, kind of want to cut these up just a little bit so it'll evenly distribute throughout. So that's our onion. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the mix. All right, and now it's time for our seasonings. Now, again, I don't really have like a specific amount of each seasoning that I like to do. I literally just kind of eyeball it so y'all can just kind of see how much I do. So I do a nice layer of lemon pepper. Then we're gonna do a little bit of regular pepper. Not too much because lemon pepper probably already has that in it. Then we're gonna do a little bit of garlic. We love garlic around here, so do a little bit of that. And then we're also gonna sprinkle in, that's what it looks like so far, some everything but the bagel seasoning. This right here is what's gonna take it to the next level. And then we're gonna mix it all together. It's already looking good and smelling good. And this is a good way to get like really good healthy fats in your system, especially for breakfast. This is really the only time we make this is for breakfast. Then the next thing I'm gonna do, one of these breads is looking a little burnt, is bring over the bacon, and we're just gonna crumble this up inside of the mix. So I like to just use my hands. Boo Boo likes to cut it up, like he cuts it with a knife. I just feel like using my fingers, I can make sure that I get it exactly like the right size that I want it. And there's literally no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just tearing it up. I have some big pieces, some smaller pieces, and we'll sit this little fatty piece to the side for Puppy. We always save him a little piece. But yeah, just crumble all of this up into your bowl. All right, and then of course, once you got all your bacon in there, you're just gonna give it a gentle mix. You're really just folding it in. You're not really mixing it, but just kind of fold it in. And then the last thing is lemon. Sorry, as I'm going, I keep remembering other things that we need. So again, I don't really have a specific amount. I just have half a lemon here, and I'm just gonna squeeze, take these seeds out. I'm just gonna squeeze like, I don't know, maybe like a teaspoon? I don't know. I just be eyeballing it, y'all. Squeeze that in there until I feel like it's enough. Make sure you don't leave the seeds in because we don't want that. And then this mixture is done. You can also add lemon to your avocado. Like if you've already cut it up and you don't finish all of it, you can add lemon to keep it from turning brown. But we're just gonna sit this to the side. And I think Boo Boo is about to start working on the eggs. Puppy.
Well, that's what's up.
All right, y'all, so I lost my sous chef because he got a phone call, but I'm gonna go ahead and assemble the toast. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. So my husband likes his open face, which I'll show y'all what that means. I like mine as a sandwich. So I'm gonna show y'all two different ways that you can put it together. So we have our toast. It's toasted on this side. I like to do mine with the toasted side down. I normally toast this side also, but my husband was helping me, so you know, he didn't toast it, it's all good. But I'm just gonna put this side down. Then we're gonna take a scoop of our little mixture that we made. And we're gonna spread it out all over. And when I first started making this, I used to not put the bacon directly in the mixture. I would just do the regular and then put the bacon on top. But what we realized is when you do it like that, you don't get like bacon in every bite. So that's why I started just crumbling it up in there And if you need a little bit more, just add a little bit more. And for mine on the sandwich, I don't need as much as I give him, since he likes his to be open. So I always just add a little extra. And he's a man, so you know, he'd be a little more hungry than me. So, but make sure you have it all over the toast, because you want to get, you know, a little bit in every bite, like that. And then next, with clean hands, I'm gonna go in with my feta. Now, you don't have to do this with your hands. I like to, because I just like to make sure that I'm getting it like placed exactly where I want it. So I just pick up a couple of pieces, and my battery's about to die, so hold on, let me change the battery. All right, we back. So, like I was saying, I'm just gonna pick up a couple pieces of feta cheese, and I'm just gonna use my fingers to kind of squish it together and crumble it on top of the toast. And like I said, you don't have to use your hands for this, but I like to, because I can be more precise, and I really like to make sure that every part of the toast is getting all of the flavors. So when I use my hands, I can really just make sure that I get it all over the entire slice. All right, so now that we got our feta on the toast, ooh, looking so good and smelling so good, we're gonna take our egg. And I did want to mention, you guys probably noticed I didn't add any salt. We didn't season the egg, and we didn't add any salt to this mixture, because the bacon has salt in it, and the other seasonings that I use, the lemon pepper and the garlic powder, I believe both of those have salt. Definitely the lemon pepper already has salt in it, so you really don't need extra salt. We let the bacon add its saltiness, and then the other seasonings that we use, you know, add the flavor. So now I'm gonna take our egg, and we're just gonna place them right on top. And normally, Boo Boo's eggs come out a little better looking than this, but I don't know, maybe he got a little nervous, a little camera shy. But okay, so that's what that looks like. So this is what I call open face, meaning it's just not, you know, a sandwich. It's just open like this. And again, like I said, this is how PJ likes to eat his. So I'm just gonna cut it up and plate it, and then I'll show you guys how I make mine. Okay, so for mine, it's literally the same process. I'm just gonna make a sandwich. So I have my 2 pieces of bread. This one got a little burnt, but I'm gonna eat that one. I'm not gonna put that on the hubs. I'll just go ahead and take that L. And then what I'm gonna do is scoop out my little mixture, pretty much whatever's left on here. And then I normally like to put like just a little bit on this side, and really it's more so just so that the ingredients have something to stick to. I'm just gonna smear a little bit on this side, but the majority I'm gonna put over here. And then for mine, I'm actually gonna take my spoon, because at this point, most of the cheese on the inside of here is not like those bigger chunks like what we had on my husband's sandwich. So I can just get down to these little crumbly pieces, and I'm just gonna sprinkle it right on top. And of course, you can do as little or as much as you want. We really love feta, so I kind of like to go in, just pick up these little pieces. Don't let anything go to waste. All right, and then I'm gonna take my 2 eggs, and I'm just gonna put them on either side. I kind of like to lay them a little bit diagonal, so whenever I cut the sandwich, they won't fall out everywhere. Put this piece on top, and then cut it in half. Alright, so we got sandwich and open faced. That's what they look like. And the last step, if you just want to make it look, you know, pretty and for flavor, because it does have flavor, I'm gonna take my everything but the bagel seasoning, and we're just gonna sprinkle that right on top of both of them. And that, my friends, is how you make the most delicious but still healthy avocado toast and or sandwich. Alright guys, so I just finished filming. Well, partly finished filming. This is the look that I did. All drugstore, by the way. And I'm also in the middle of filming a comparison. It'll be up, I'm sure, by the time this video goes up. But I had a couple of you guys ask me which of these two foundations I liked the best. And I didn't know the answer, so I decided to test it for you guys. So with the exception of my foundation, everything else on my face is completely drugstore. So if you want to see a little drugstore glam beat, I will link that video for you guys. But I wanted to just pop on here really quickly to give you guys an update on the battery that I got from Amazon yesterday, the one that plugs into the wall that I showed you guys. That, honestly, like, I don't know where I've been, why I'm just now finding out about this, but that battery worked seamlessly. I didn't have to get up one time while I was filming, and I was sitting here for probably 3 hours total, because I did a makeup look. I also styled this hair, but yeah, I styled this wig, I straightened it, I installed it, I did my makeup, and I filmed a couple of reels, and the whole time the camera was just going strong. I didn't have to get up one time to change the battery. So that is going to be a game changer for me, because it's going to save me so much time on, like I told y'all before, having to get up every 30 minutes to change and switch out and charge the batteries. So if you are if you also film YouTube videos, or if you just have an issue with keeping your camera charged for extended periods of time and you use it in a place where you can plug it in, I will link that battery that I got from Amazon down below. It was very inexpensive. I think it was like $20 or $30, and it's gonna save me a ton of time. So I just wanted to pop on here really quickly and just show you guys that I did finally film today. I know I've been saying for a couple of days that I was gonna film. I've been filming vlogs, but actually sit down videos. I've been telling y'all I was gonna film and I haven't. So I just wanted to step in, or pop in, and show you guys I did actually get it done today, and give you guys an update on that little battery, because shook. Also, while we're here, I think I'm gonna go ahead and depot this MAC blush that I showed you guys yesterday, so that I can go ahead and put it in my little palette, which is falling apart. I think it's doing this because I took some of these out, so they're not like sticking down like they were. But like I showed y'all yesterday, I have this one spot in my little MAC palette that I want to fill, and I'm going to be filling it with this blush. This is in the shade Melba. So I guess I'll show y'all how I do this. Now, y'all can do this at your own risk. I have my own little ratchet ghetto way that I do this. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and preface it with that. Most of y'all that watch my videos are old enough to probably do this without supervision, but if you happen to be you know, a minor or younger, or are not used to dealing with fire and things like that, then I would recommend that you have somebody help you do this. But like I said, most of y'all probably can handle doing this on your own, so I'm just going to show y'all how I do it. So I just have this little spatula. This spatula came in a set from Amazon, and it actually came with this little mixing palette that you guys see me use in my videos all the time, and this spatula. So I'll link that for y'all down below. Normally when I depotted these, I used a little like a safety pin, which I don't recommend at all. But basically you just want something thin enough that can get up in between, which if this will focus. Okay, so you see this little seam right here? Well, I don't know if you would call it a seam, but this line, this is the pan, and then this is the container. So you basically want something small enough to fit right up in here to be able to pop this out. So let me tilt y'all down so you can see what I'm doing. I'll also bring you a little bit closer so you can see. And like I said, do this at your own risk, child, because, you know. So I'm just going to use my little spatula, and I'm going to try to find a spot that looks like would be good. You can also stick it right here too, which I think is what I'm going to try first. And you just want to be very careful, because what you don't want to do is accidentally stick yourself. So you just want to try to get right up in there. And sometimes I'll just like hold it like this too. But see, the other part, let me put y'all on this side. It'd probably be better so you can see. Okay, so the other thing about it too though is you want to be careful not to like accidentally puncture your blush or whatever it is that you're trying to depot. So just take your time with it, and you just want to slowly lift it out of this. Just get, okay, so you see now I've gotten, I don't know if you guys can see, it's doing a terrible job focusing, but okay, you see how my spatula is in there? I like was able to get it pushed down up in there. So now I'm just going to just ooh, pop it out. Alright, so here it is, popped out of the container. So now we have this empty container, and then we have our blush. And I'm gonna move y'all back over here. Let me turn up the light too, because this lighting is killing me. Okay, so like I was saying, we have our empty container, and now we have our blush. And these you can actually back to MAC. So if you are somebody that does that, I'm definitely somebody, because I like getting free stuff. You can take these empty containers back to MAC as part of your like 6 or 7 items and get a free lipstick. All right, so the next thing you're gonna need is a pair of tweezers. And I'm gonna use a pair that I don't really care that much about. And then also a flame. So that can be a, I'm gonna use this candle. But it can be one of those like lighters, or just a regular lighter, or some kind of fire source. So let me tilt y'all down again. And I'm gonna keep saying, y'all do this at your own risk, but this is my little ghetto way that I like to do it. So the reason why I like this candle in particular is because if you can see, the flame kind of comes up a lot, like a good bit above the wick, which is what I need to be able to warm up. So basically what we're trying to do is warm up the glue under here so that we'll be able to pop this out of here. So I know it sounds questionable. It is a little bit, but I have used this technique to do all of these and they've come out just fine. So I'm just saying, again, like I said, If you feel like you need some help, ask somebody for some help. There's probably a lot of easier ways to do this, but this is just my way. So basically I'm just gonna grip this with the tweezers because I don't want my hand to get too close to the flame. And also this is gonna get hot, so you don't want to be holding it with your hand if you can help it. And then it's also good to have a towel or something, because when it comes off, it's good to have something to hold it, because we're going to use this to try to push it out of this. So I need a better pair of tweezers because these are just not getting it done for me. Okay, so, oh yeah, because that's hot. All right, so we're just gonna take our tweezers. I don't know, this plan might not work. I feel like before I just used a I just held it and I had like a lighter that I used, because these tweezers are just not, I feel like it might be too hot for me to just stick my hand in there. All right, let me try to figure this out. Oh, you know what I need? Boo Boo, do you have some what are those things that you use to grip stuff? Vice grips? Or what tool is it? All right, y'all, so the word I was looking for is pliers. Okay, so these are the ones we have. These are kind of beast mode. We have some smaller ones, but they're downstairs and I'm not about to do all that. So these were up here, so this is what I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna grip the side of this like so. You see now we don't have any issue moving it around. It's not moving. You just need something that's gonna hold it nice and stable, because what you don't want to do is be holding this over the fire and then it decide that it don't wanna stay where you put it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower this over the flame, and you wanna watch, you'll be able to see the bottom of this. Oh, sorry, you can't see. You'll be able to see the bottom of this kind of start to, like right now it looks glossy, and you'll kind of see it start to look a little bit more matte, for lack of better words. And that will be kind of how you know that it's ready. So you don't want to burn it. You don't want to burn a hole in it. You just want to warm it up enough that it will warm up the glue on the bottom of the pan, so that you can flip this over and you can bend the plastic to pop this out, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you. So just put it over the flame and you'll be able to see the smoke. Let me try to turn it this way so y'all can see. And you just want to rotate it around. Don't hold it too close. Okay, you see how it's starting to, let me see if I can hold it closer so y'all can see. Okay, so you see how, let me see, there we go, turn it to the light. You see how it's starting to like bubble a little bit, you see? And this hole right here, that wasn't there before. So it's gonna start to do that, and you just want to watch, just watch it. And be careful, and just kind of move it around. Like the flame literally doesn't even really need to touch the bottom of the pan, because the heat from you just holding it close to it is gonna be enough. And I'm actually gonna turn it around on this side so I can get the other side too. And just heat it up. Hush. I don't know if y'all can hear him trolling me. Alright, now look. Y'all see? You can see the blush pan on the inside. So now we're gonna flip it over on our towel because it's hot. We're gonna hold it with the towel. Let me move this out of the way so y'all can see. Alright, we're gonna hold it with the towel. Then we're gonna take our spatula and just push down. And that one actually was very easy. This was the easiest one. I thought this would be harder. But this was the easiest one I've honestly ever done. So there you go. And it just popped out. Super easy. And then you have your blush. And you just want to be very careful because this is going to be hot. the glue on the bottom and the pan, I mean it's a metal pan, so it's gonna be hot. So I'm just gonna kind of let this hang out here for a second and cool down. And while it's doing that, if you want to save the label, you can kind of do the same thing. So with this, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hover it over the flame, but again, I'm not going to, even less, like the amount of heat that I put on this, I'm gonna put even less on this one, because really all I'm trying to do is just warm it up enough so that the label starts to lift, so I can pull it off and put it on here. But you don't want to burn it, because obviously you want to preserve the label so you can put it on the back of your pan. So I'm just gonna put it over it just a little. I'm not letting the flame touch it, because like I said, you don't want to burn it. You just want to heat it up. I know a lot of y'all are probably like, girl, you doing the most. I'm not about to be doing all that. But listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so you see how it's lifted right there? I have to keep telling this thing what to focus on because, okay, so you see how it's lifted right there now? So we're gonna take our tweezers and we're just gonna pull it off. Boom, super easy. And then we're gonna take our spatula and stick it down and just push it down like that. All right, boom. So I'm not gonna worry about, I mean you can if you want to, I'm not gonna worry about getting all the glue off, because I'm just not. I just don't care that much. But if you want to, you can, oh, let me lift this up some more. If you want to, you can, you know, try to clean it off and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna worry about all that. So now, once I have my label on, I can go ahead and take my blush that has been depotted and pop it right inside of my palette. So now I have all of my MAC blushes depotted and put in one place. And this is helpful for me too, because although I'm not taking like a ton of makeup clients, whenever I do randomly have somebody that reaches out and wants me to do their makeup, I can easily just take this whole little palette and I have a bunch of different colors I can choose from, and they're all in one place. So again, like I was showing you guys yesterday, on this side I have all of my matte blush shades, and then on this side I have all of my shimmer blush shades. So super convenient. And this palette, like I said, I think it was like $8, very inexpensive, and it just makes a lot more space in your, you know, however it is that you're storing your makeup. It just gives you a lot more space because you don't have a bunch of these little compacts everywhere. You can just downsize it into this one thing. So I just wanted to show y'all real quick how I do that. If there's an easier way that y'all know how to do it, please feel free to let me know down below. I mean, this was easy for me, but it's probably there's probably less dangerous ways to do it than doing it over open flame. But you know, I've done, like y'all saw, I have 12 blushes and I've done them all the same way, and you know, I haven't had any issues. So that's how I do it. Let me know down below if you know a better way. Hey guys, so I just finished up filming for today. I did a wear test on this face, which it is already up by now, I'm sure. So I will link it for you guys if you're interested. I did a comparison of the Too Faced versus, ooh, I'm out of breath, I just ran up the stairs. But I did a comparison of the Too Faced versus the NARS Too Faced Matte versus NARS Soft Matte. So I just finished doing my check-in. I don't know if you guys can tell which side is which, but I will link that video for you if you're interested in seeing how that came out. So yeah, now I think I'm going to go ahead and dump that footage. I want to try to upload it tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and dump that last clip and then go ahead and work on editing that video and get out of this hot sweater because I'm burning up. But yeah, I just wanted to pop back in and let you guys know what, you know, I've been up to for the past couple of hours, and also go ahead and end this vlog. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. I had a really productive day today, I feel like. I filmed 2 videos. I started 2 Instagram reels, and I took a bunch of photos for Instagram. So today was a good day. I have been putting it off for a while, I know, but today I feel like I actually like got to work and got a lot done. So I'm feeling very accomplished, and I also uploaded a video today too. So yeah, I'm feeling very accomplished, and I'm about to, like I said, go ahead and probably wash my face and change out of this sweater, get comfy, and go downstairs and start editing. So thank y'all for watching today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all very soon in the next one.